everybody, I'm Sarah with AThriftyMom.com. While some of you guys are out chasing Pokemon Go, we're out chasing our ancestors. So this weekend, FamilySearch is trying to break a world record by seeing how many people they can get to index. Now, if you aren't familiar with indexing is actually something that you do to help find genealogical records. So a lot of times if you're looking for an ancestor or something like that, you need to be able to track a paper trail. And how those paper trails are tracked is through indexing, and by people actually taking those paper records and putting them digital so you can kind of track to see where you're at. Now, my mom's really into family history, and my husband happens to be really into family history. My son likes to index too. So we're all indexing, but I kind of wanted to show you guys how to index, because anybody can index. So you just have to set up an account, and then they kind of grade you on your indexing system, how you did, because they have to make sure that you did it correctly. But my husband, he hasn't ever really met any of his family. His mom and dad both have been away from their parents after they got married, and so he's never met his grandmas and grandpas or aunts or uncles or cousins or anybody. So when he got older, he got really curious as to basically where he came from. And doing genealogy or genealogical work is he's been able to actually find pictures of his relatives, and we've gone as far back to connecting ourselves to France, and we actually connected ourselves to a bunch of barons in France, and we actually went to the Baron family, or they call it the Baron reunion in France 3 years ago, and we've actually had some of our distant French cousins come live with us a couple times. So it's been really fun for us to kind of trace our family history, see where we've come from. On my side of the family, we have, Nancy says, great family. Emily says, that is awesome. So my great-grandma came from, she was a German who was living in Russia, and she came across, but she was actually pregnant at the time with my grandma, but nobody knew that. And her fiancé didn't make it with her. Supposedly he didn't make it through the medical checkpoint stand. And so my great-grandma ended up coming, and so my grandma never knew who her real father is. And so it's been really interesting for my mom and my aunts to go through those census records and the ship records and all that stuff that they can actually see and try to figure out who they're from, is because people have indexed and they can now actually see those records, because obviously those records aren't somewhere where they can just go look in a library locally. So anyway, we're actually going to turn the camera. We're going to show you really quickly how to index. Now, if you guys are watching, give me some thumbs up, give me some shout outs. I know it's Saturday morning, so afternoon, so a lot of you are probably pretty busy. If you have any questions, let me know. We would be more than happy to answer them if we can. My husband's the one that does a lot of this more so than myself. But anyway, let me turn the camera around. Crystal says, going to give it a whirl. Thank you. Yeah, and if anything, can you just get on FamilySearch and start looking? Is it a paid thing or not? I can't remember.
That was free.
Okay, FamilySearch is free. So you can get on there, and then you can kind of look to see, where you came from, and just kind of check it out. We've actually, Carrie Ann says, hi. Madeline says, hello. We've actually gone to the point where we actually did DNA testing to see where we're from and genetically where we're from, because it's, you think you come from one place, but then to find out you're from another. Mine was pretty, it shows that most of me all comes from Eastern Europe? Is that what it is?
No,
I'm basically from Germany.
Yeah.
Which was pretty cool.
Western Europe.
Yeah, Western Europe. Which made me excited because it made me feel really close to my grandma. Most of my grandparents are more English and Irish and German, and so it was neat to see that I personally took so much after the German side. Where are you from? I am from Idaho right now, but yeah, my genetic makeup is I'm actually quite German and then English. Melanie says, I recently did the DNA testing and it's really amazing. Yeah, Melanie, tell me what yours was. Altia says hi. And Mary says, FamilySearch is very cool. I only just begun to do some genealogy, but recently met a distant cousin, and that was very awesome. Awesome! Okay, I'm going to switch it around so we can show you guys what we're doing here. Let me switch the camera. Okay.
So you go to FamilySearch, FamilySearch.org is what it is. It's all free. You can sign up for free and you can search all your records and your ancestors there. But to do indexing, which is really just transcribing digital records, you go to FamilySearch and then you click on the indexing tab that they'll have, and then this screen will pop up and you just download it. And then once it's a really small file, and it's just so that way it can send, it's called a batch or a set of records. It'll send a batch to your computer, and then when you're done filling out the information, then that small little program sends it back to FamilySearch. So after you download it,
and normally that thing at the top won't be, but there, the 32 hours left. Yeah. But that's just part of the world record thing.
So this is the home page for FamilySearch.
Christy says, we must be related. LOL. Yeah, are you from Germany too? Germany and England?
So you go to FamilySearch and there's the indexing tab, and so when you click on that, it will pull up the other one, you download it, and then so this is...
Hang on a second real quick. She says, I'm adopted from Korea, and it said, haha, I was Korean. I did the DNA testing and hopefully connected with my birth relatives. Yes, my friend. Okay, go on. Sorry.
So it will give you a list of, I'm already in one, so I can't really show you, but it will give you a list of what you can choose from. It will give you, like, there'll be two little boxes that you can check. One's the preferred, which is like the indexing records that they kind of want you to do. And then the other one is, next to it is where you can see all of them. And when you see all of the batches, then you can pick. And there's batches that from all over the world that need to get done. So if you speak a different language and you can read a different language pretty easy, then do those, pick those. And it gives you like a number rating of how hard they are on the side. Anyways, I picked some Alabama records. These are military registration cards from World War II. And I am just about done with this one batch. It was 10. They give you an image, the front and back of the card. One's all their information, what their names are, who they're with, and then their complexion, and then it will tell you, and then like their height and their weight, and then it will tell you the date they signed up for. And they want all this, so what you're doing is you're taking an image and then you're typing it down here into the bottom. So you type in the given name. The given name is their first name. So you just type in Charles. There's no middle name, so you just leave that blank. And then you just type in their last name, exactly how you see it. And you go to the town, you type in their town, their county, and then the state, and then you just fill in all the little blanks all the way down. And you just type it exactly how you see. And then that way, because a Google search engine or a Microsoft search engine can't read pictures, at least not yet. So you can't really search text on a picture. So what we're doing for the search engines is we're typing out the names into boxes, and then it's resubmitted back into the World Wide Web so that programs like FamilySearch or Ancestry.com or all those other search records can, and Google and Microsoft can all see the records so that people can find their name. So whoever's grandpa is Charles Nickerson, this record will be available on the internet here pretty soon, so they can find them.
So they could totally Google search it and all of a sudden find this record that they never knew existed about their grandfather.
Last week it wasn't there, and the next week it is going to be there, and they can see their grandparents.
Does it have to be done on a computer?
Yeah.
Or like, are you asking about like a tablet or something?
They I'm pretty sure they have it where you can do it on tablets. I don't think they have it on mobile phones. I can go back and see. Oops. So let's see. So here's some. There's been 1,328,000,000 total records that have been indexed, and there's been 57 million that were completed in 2015. So 57 million forms were transposed from digital image to a text, so that way 57 million people could be found.
Okay, so a couple questions. It says this. Christy says, "Does this make you doing this really makes you pay attention to your printing skills? LOL. I love how someone checks that what you have done. So if you make a mistake, it can be caught. Yeah. So you do it, and then someone else then checks to make sure you did it correctly.
Yeah. So what happens? So this guy's name is Charles, and go up. Obviously, it's Charles. It's really easy to see when it's printed. Some of the things are really cursive hand swirls, and so they're hard to read. Come down here. So if I type in, let's say I type in Charlie and it's not Charlie. Oh, no, it's not going to do it up there. Let's see. Let's type in.
Kirsty says printing skills, meaning that when I fill something out, I want it to be easy for someone to read 100 years from now.
Right, yeah, for in the future, definitely. So whatever records that you're doing now, yeah, people in 100 years need to see what you're doing. So, like, everybody makes fun of doctors' handwritings. Yeah, well, it's terrible handwriting, and if you can't read it in 100 years, you're not going to be able to read it. So anyways, when you mess up here, when you're entering stuff in, some of the more, it'll turn, when you're done with that tab, it will turn it pink. And so as you go down and you submit it and that area is pink, this batch will pull back up again for someone else to verify what you put in. So it's a really good way to like counter check something else that someone else has done. So you need a back or you counter check for them.
Mary, so correct if I'm wrong. This is just to help those that are researching genealogy find records, and it's called indexing.
So if you or your mom or dad or your brother want to find out more about your grandpa that you never knew went to World War II, or maybe even you're all the way back to the Revolutionary War, or maybe you want to see records of baptismals from 1500 in England, or maybe you were born in Puerto Rico and you don't have a record of grandparents, and so these batches from all over the world, there's some in here from Africa and everywhere. Anything that was handwritten, volunteers are taking digital pictures
so then you
of
can
those
search
records. But just because you have a digital picture, now at least that paperwork is saved and can be found again. But Google and if you type into Google your grandfather's name, it may not pull up because Google can't search a picture. And so you're typing this stuff in so that search engines can find that record.
So Karina asked, what site are you using?
This is through FamilySearch.org.
Yes, FamilySearch.org.
And
there's
really
more
info. I'm pretty sure that's the only public formatting that.
Go to their homepage.
I'm pretty sure FamilySearch is the only one that is doing indexing for public, and it's all a volunteer project. People aren't paid to do this. Some people may not be interested in doing genealogy work, but maybe you're really good at transposing from digital to print. You can type really fast. Well, then people who want to do genealogy work need you to do the records to
and
transpose it.
A lot of the people too, they don't understand the computer, and so they are relying on people that do know how to use a computer. Oops, our connection's getting weak. We're gonna have to end here in a second.
Well, I think it's just because I'm moving and doing stuff.
To do it for them. And then she says, is it free to do and free to use?
Yes, it's 100% free. 100% free to index, 100% free to do genealogy work. Both. All of it done on FamilySearch.org. Yep. So here's some projects that are working on for indexing. Here's Australia's cemetery and descriptions and newspaper clippings from 1802 to 2005. And so this is one project. Looks like it's 99% of it's been indexed. What's another one?
She says, so I missed the part on the video, but will it tell you everything you need to know to help out as you go?
Yeah. No, there's hint steps on each one. It's really simple either way, though. I mean, if you're on Facebook, you can index. It's not that hard. Facebook, you had to download an app. Indexing, you download an app. So you download the program. It pulls up, and then you click yes on a batch, and you download it, and then you just there's hints on the side of the screen, right where you type everything in. These are the hints over here on how to do it.
So Melanie says, is this only for U.S. or is it international?
No, it's worldwide. It's like if you're you can index. If you're in Puerto Rico, you can index here. If you're in
actually,
South,
I think they even need people more internationally because they
well,
can't.
Yeah.
You know, like most of it. Okay, so America's only a couple hundred years old. So then all of a sudden you're trying to find like your distant, like for me, I wanted to know like where I came from. Well, all of a sudden I had to go back to Europe, and I don't know how to speak German, so I had to like rely on people that could do German indexing to do those records for me. Amber says, yay for indexing, and Melanie says, awesome, thanks so much for sharing.
Yeah, it's always going to be free. There's no, hey, you know, this part was free, but if you really want to get into it, you got to pay this. On FamilySearch, there isn't anything like that. It's just all 100% free. It's a really big genealogy push to do your genealogy. Maybe you don't even want to do the genealogy. I personally like it. I've gotten my Baron line back to the mid 1400s, and our Hardesty line and Oswald line on my dad's mom's side goes back to like 800. So that's genealogy. It's a little bit different.
Yes, you do. You can do genealogy on there for yourself.
Find your ancestors. Indexing is just transposing records from digital to print. That way, I can search later
For other people. Anyway, so we are in the worldwide record. Hopefully, we said it.
So 72,000 people indexing over a 72-hour period. So
they're at 60,000 right now, I think, right?
I don't know.
Download isn't working. Sad face, Jessica said.
What are you downloading it onto?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, Pastor, what are you downloading onto? There's a delay. Melanie says, I'm going to save this with my KAD groups, Korean adoptees who are looking for their parents. This is amazing. Better because other services can be ridiculously expensive and not free. Feasible for everyone. Yeah, no, this is totally free, which is nice.
Yeah, the FamilySearch genealogy section is 100% free. It always will be free. They won't charge for it.
She says, handsome guy sitting next to your husband. He always is behind the camera. I mean, he doesn't. Yeah, so he's not loving the fact that he's on this one. But I'm not the indexer or the person that does genealogy on this video. So I told him he had to be in it. But he's a good sport. But I've done like 60 videos, and this is like the first one he's in. So hey, 1 out of every 60 isn't going to kill him. But who was it that was asking about the downloading? Jessica. We downloaded it on this other computer just now, and it worked. What browser are you like?
I'm just using Google.
Google Chrome. Okay, maybe try a different browser.
Try a different browser, but you have to accept a program to download. So if you have an antivirus program that's up, you may have to click it to allow.
Julia says, "Can you link to it, please?" Yes, I will link. Whenever I tried to get on FamilySearch on Sunday, it's slow. It's really slow during this event. Amber wants to know if it's slow during this event.
No, I mean just the download might be depending on speed, but you download that on the computer, and so it's just a matter of how fast your computer is, and then once you're done with that batch, the 10 or 15 or 20 pages of images, then it uploads back to FamilySearch, and they take it from there. So the actual download of the program just happens once. And then each time you download a batch, that just takes, we have normal internet, and it took like 5 seconds.
I think, but she was just asking, like, if it's actually slow right now, because when she tries to index on Sunday, she says it's slow.
Yeah. There's a lot of people that do it on Sundays. I do it, especially. I kind of like the old loops and stuff, and it becomes more like a detective case. And Matthew's 14. He did it Wednesday night for his
Youth group,
young men's activity at church, and they had all the boys, 14-year-olds, doing it. They all had fun. So,
Julia, I left that link for you, so hopefully that will take you to the post that we did about it, and actually we'll show you some of the pictures of like when we went to France and stuff, and that will give you the direct link to FamilySearch. So, but if you missed it, it's FamilySearch.org, correct?
right.
All right.
Oh, yeah,
FamilySearch.org. All right. Well, hopefully this was helpful, and yes, please share it with your friends. That's awesome, and hopefully we'll help them with a.
Just type in the search results. You type information as you know of the person that you're trying to search, their first name and their last name, and then you can even check box if you want like different variants, like Thomas or Thompson or SON or SEN on the end of Thompson and all that. You can check the box to do exact search or to do variants of it. But the search is like instant. It's all digital, and that's why they're doing the indexing, is to make genealogy work faster. But 10 years ago, you did genealogy work, and you would have to find someone's name that you're interested in, that you think might be your great grandparents. You had to fill out a card. You had to mail it to a far away library, pay $5 or $10. They would send you back 500 images. With the internet now, everything is so fast, and indexing makes it faster. Now we can search it, and it can see it. So.
All right, she says thanks so much, and thank you. All right, thanks everybody for watching, and yeah, we're gonna go back to indexing. Bye, everybody.